Here are some of my predictions for this upcoming WNBA season. Let's jump right in. So let's start with our 2025 WNBA MVP, and that has to go to the one and only Caitlin Clark.
Last season, Caitlin Clark finished 3rd or 4th in MVP voting, even after a slow start to her rookie year. But that early struggle became the spark for her incredible growth. Now, everything is different. With the help of her trainers, Keith, Porter, and Stephanie White, Clark looks stronger than ever. And the rest of the WNBA better be ready.
Her game, and it seems like the relationship between Stephanie White and Caitlin Clark, it seems like they are so locked in. And from the minute that Stephanie White arrived in Indiana, she was on the court at Caitlin Clark's workout, and they were just getting to work.
The hard work has clearly paid off. Just wait until you see how her new physicality is showing up in her performance, leadership, and overall impact on the game.
You can say I'm glazing, you can say I'm hyping her up too much, but I truly think that this second year for Caitlin Clark is going to be like nothing we have ever seen. She has had an entire offseason to train, to get into the gym, to work on things that she struggled with during her rookie season. We have seen from the photos, from the videos, from the workouts that she has put on quite a bit of muscle, so it seems like she is taking all of these things so seriously.
That's right. The transformation is truly impressive. When Clark first entered the WNBA, her skills were undeniable, but her body wasn't fully ready for the constant physical battles against veteran players. Defenders would bump her off screens and wear her down over the course of games. What makes this evolution so remarkable is how smartly it was planned. Her training was designed to build real, functional strength without sacrificing her quickness and agility, key parts of her game. It was a delicate balance, because putting on the wrong kind of weight could have slowed her down and hurt her impact.
But right now, what people are talking about are these pictures right here. Like, if you compare just in general, Caitlin Clark in this picture, obviously you can see just how much physically bigger Caitlin Clark has gotten. And again, there's no crazy pictures here. There's no like crazy lighting or anything. And some of the pictures of Caitlin Clark was like 80% lighting. But we're looking at a player who's probably bulked up as much as I've seen anyone do it in 1 year.
Clark's physical growth has been nothing short of purposeful. You can now clearly see the added muscle in her arms, shoulders, and core, and it's making a real difference on the court. Her stronger shoulders help her create space against tough defenders, and her improved core strength lets her finish through heavy contact at the rim. We started seeing signs of this during last season's playoff run, like when she absorbed hits from Chicago's front court and still finished key layups when it mattered most.
We're looking at a player who's probably bulked up as much as I've seen anyone do it in 1 year.
Clark's commitment to the grind has been incredible. She stayed completely off the radar all offseason. No interviews, no media, no distractions, focusing entirely on one goal: rebuilding her body to dominate the WNBA. One key area of improvement is her leg strength. The same legs that carried her through 3 straight seasons without missing a game are now even stronger, built to handle the extra wear and tear. As the centerpiece of Indiana's offense, this upgraded endurance helps her stay sharp deep into the 4th quarter, right when other players start to wear down.
This season, it's a whole different situation. See, they're not going to come into this year losing like they did last year.
School basketball experts are already predicting that Clark's second season will be a whole new level of dominance. By combining her natural talent with her new, stronger build, she's bringing a skill set the WNBA hasn't really seen before. A lot of analysts have her as the early favorite for MVP, and once you see how much she's leveled up physically, it's easy to see why.
This squad that they didn't put with Caitlin is amazing. So the winning will be there, right? I believe their winning percentage will be way higher than it was at the beginning of last year. And Caitlin Clark will have so much, she will have her fingerprints all over those victories.
While most people are talking about Clark's physical transformation, they're overlooking something even bigger: her mental growth. Think back to her early WNBA games last season. The college legend who had shattered records suddenly looked rattled, missing shots and piling up turnovers. Critics were quick to wonder if she was just another overhyped college star who couldn't cut it at the pro level.
It seems like Caitlin has been in the gym every single day, and if she wasn't in the gym, she was either golfing or doing some sort of speaking engagement. But I don't think that a lot of fans realize how much having this off season, this entire off season, is going to help her going into her second year.
That old version of Caitlin Clark is about to be ancient history. Her off-season work wasn't just about building muscle. It was a full-on overhaul aimed directly at fixing those early game struggles. She spent months in focused training, zeroing in on the exact areas where she fell short in her rookie season. This wasn't random development. It was a calculated mission with one goal: dominate from the opening tip.
What I'm looking at is she's much stronger, you can tell. She's had her rest. She's had a break to where she can let her body rest. She can even, even though she's staying in the gym working on her game, it's not the same strenuous stress that you got to go through during the season as you're trying to develop and work on your game. It's more of a calm, cool, collected environment to where she don't got to answer to this reporter, that reporter, this reporter. She's just been able to focus on her game, getting better in the areas where she need to. And she even spoke on the areas where she needed work at.
Experience is the game changer this season. Now, Caitlin Clark isn't just reacting. She's anticipating. She spent countless hours breaking down film, pinpointing exactly when and how defenses disrupted her rhythm as a rookie. Her training has leveled up too, with game-specific conditioning that mirrors the intense physicality of those first quarters. Her trainer even said she's been running first quarter simulations at 110% intensity, sharpening her ability to handle early defensive pressure, add a polished mid-range game, perfected floaters, and new finishing techniques through contact. And you're looking at a whole new monster.
The mid-range, being comfortable pulling up inside the three-point line. Her float game, finishing through contact, which she's done all of those things, but not at the clip she would like to do it at, that we know she's capable of doing it at.
The most fascinating part of Clark's evolution might just be her new pregame ritual. Now, arriving 3 hours before tip-off, she spends the first 45 minutes in total silence, locked away in a quiet room, visualizing every possible game scenario. This mental preparation ensures she's locked in from the opening whistle. No more slow starts. Plus, with a stronger supporting cast around her, teams can't just face guard her like they did last season. That means more space, more playmaking, and way fewer early game struggles. ESPN's Monica McNutt is already predicting a 20% jump in her first quarter efficiency, projecting Clark to average 21 points and 9 assists. Numbers that will put her squarely at the front of the MVP race from day one.
She went into her rookie year after coming off a very long college career. She had a couple weeks off, then went straight into the WNBA season. And then she was getting face guarded. She was getting double teamed. The physicality was like nothing that she ever saw in college. And that was a lot to adapt to. And we saw the kind of numbers, points, assists, things that she was doing led her team to the playoffs that she did in her rookie season with all of that. Now just think about her having an entire off season, all of this time to train. She knows how she needs to adapt, and not to mention the new team that Indiana has now.
Think Clark improving her game is impressive? Wait until you see the master plan the Indiana Fever have crafted around her. Last season, defenses could hone in entirely on Clark. She was practically facing a one-on-one matchup every night. But now, the Fever's front office has completely revamped the roster, adding pieces that will turn Clark from a threat into an absolute powerhouse. The focus on her is about to get a lot harder for opposing teams.
The Indiana Fever did incredible in free agency, and now Caitlin Clark is surrounded by not just a couple great players, the entire squad is.
The Indiana Fever made smart, strategic moves this offseason to fix the weaknesses from last year's team. Last season, defenses would face guard Clark, double-team her, and pick her up full court. All tactics that worked because the Fever just didn't have enough offensive threats to make teams pay for overcommitting. But now, with a stronger, supporting cast, Clark's game is poised to reach a new level. The new additions are exactly what Clark needs. Reliable shooters who demand defensive attention and create the spacing she lacked as a rookie. When defenders have to respect other scoring threats, lanes open up, giving Clark room to attack and find open teammates. It's like crafting a finely tuned machine, where every part works together to elevate the star player's impact.
So my prediction going into this season is that teams are not going to be able to face guard, to double team, to pick up full court like they were last year, because there are so many other threats on the court with this Indiana Fever team. And I think with having a coach like Stephanie White, she's going to have a better system, a better scheme to break some of these defenses that they didn't have last year.
The Fever brought in toughness and physicality that completely shifts how opponents defend Clark. Teams that used to bully her without hesitation now have to contend with teammates who protect their star. This forces defenders to face Clark head-on, right where she's most dangerous, making it harder to neutralize her impact.